With the amount of loose monetary policy that we're about to see, with the amount of spending, with the amount that they're going to need to print just to pay off the debt interest is exorbitant. And so you need to protect your wealth, have a plan in place for your family, and get that Bitcoin retirement plan and inheritance plan in place. So Dale Warburton, the Why Bitcoin Show, part of Bitcoin Mentor, he put together this website that we'll show in a second. Really cool. And it allows you to calculate and change all of these metrics based on your yearly expenditures, the anticipated annual growth rate in 5-year segments, like all of this different stuff. And then it'll tell you exactly how much Bitcoin you need to retire. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this retirement calculator. So basically, again, it takes Bitcoin's current price. It shows you a bunch of different parameters. What are your annual expenses in US dollars? So right now we've got it rounded to 100,000. Again, annual expense inflation. So like, what do you anticipate the inflation rate in terms of what those expenses are going up? So, stated inflation is always some cooked BS number. 7 might be.
I think you're looking up at 10, especially all the printing they're going to have to do over the next 10 to 20 years. I'd raise that baby.
Let's go and even 10. We're gonna, we might even be generous there. Retirement year. I don't know. Should we do let's do a legit calculation here. Let's say that somebody just wanted to stack super hard for the next 10 years and finish in 2035. And how many years of spending that, maybe you're getting close to retirement age and you want, you intend on living 30 years, let's say, with those expenses plus inflation. And then it allows you to adjust the projected rate of return in dollar terms for Bitcoin over 5-year segments. So in this case, it says 35, a CAGR of 35% for the next 5 years, dropping to 30% for the following 5. And again, you can adjust those down. This is kind of, if I'm not mistaken, Gary, you were saying that this is kind of in line with like Saylor's projections.
Yeah, right? That's around what Saylor is saying. And he says when it gets to around 20, that'll probably level off there for a few decades and sort of stay that way. Yeah, for whatever you think that's worth.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do that. And let's just calculate the Bitcoin needed. So you hit that, and let's see, for $100,000 worth of expenses, anticipated yearly 10% inflation, retiring in 10 years with a 30-year retirement, with 35% returns over the next 5 years and 30% over the following 5 years, you would need, holy shit. It seems ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It is a little ridiculous, but again, with those metrics, 0.6 Bitcoin, I mean, it makes me feel not bad.
No, not bad at all. And like I said earlier, I was kind of the wet blanket. Like, yeah, we're at an all-time high in nominal terms. What's the dollar actually worth? What are you comparing it to? So enjoy the moment, but keep a level head. I'll go the other way on this one. What we're looking at is, diminishing returns over the course of, multiple 5-year periods there, which is what Saylor believes will probably happen. But you could look at it in an S-curve way. There are people that talked about comparing Bitcoin to the internet adoption, and imagine where the internet was in the early 2000s when adoption was in the low single-digit percentages and where it is today. And that S-curve shot up. So it's possible if it goes that way, we could see a huge explosion at some point. I'm not counting on that. I'm not betting on that. I'm not planning my life that way. I'm just saying these are all possibilities, and all of these are way above my pay grade.
Let me break this down for my fellow Bitcoiners. In just 8 weeks, I've seen a serious shift. More strength, more energy, and fast muscle gains. The reason? FITSCRIPT. They ran 124 biomarkers, blood, hormones, inflammation, and built a fully custom plan: nutrition, training, supplements. No guesswork, no templates. This is functional medicine meets precision fitness for high-performing men who want sovereignty over their health. If you care about optimization the way you care about your money, test, don't guess. Don't trust, verify. Hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to check out FITSCRIPT and see what's possible. I'm reducing everything by a good chunk here just to kind of see. All right. So if we said that it's only going to be 20% a year for the next 5 years, and then 15, and then down to 10, and just kind of kick around 10 for the next little while, it's more like 5 Bitcoin. So, at 100,000 expenses with 10% annual inflation, and 30 years of spending. So again, like, you can adjust these, and like, this is, well below what Sailor's expecting. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun website to play around with. If you want to check it out, whybitcoinshow.com/Bitcoin retirement calculator with a little dash in between each word at the end there. All just for people that are watching it live. I'm just tossing it in the chat there if you want to go play with it and play with your metrics. Don't dox your stack in the
do not do that.
Don't tell us exactly how much Bitcoin you have or you need and how close you are, as we should say. But nonetheless, like, again, the average family income is 80,000. Median household income in the US is $80,000. And so that's from 2023. I'm sure it's maybe increased a little bit because, cost of living has gone up so much as well. But yeah, it's pretty wild to, again, like, even, if I go back to this, when you default it, it starts at like, it has a bunch of random defaults, 250,000 expenses per year, which I'd say is, a fair amount. That's a lot. 7% inflation at these default settings. It's like you need 3 Bitcoin to live with that much in expenses to live for 30 years. And again, if I drop that down to like 100,000 in expenses, based on those metrics, it's like you need 1.23 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And again, so like for the average family, what is that? That's, somewhere between 1 and 2 Bitcoin, that they, 2 years of, what would that be? That'd be 3 years of income, 4 years. I'm not mathing.
You mean to get up to a full Bitcoin?
To get up to the 1 point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you remember, you have to deal with taxes. So it's not just the amount of money that you're making, because whatever you're making, if you're making that medium income, 80,000 something, whatever it said, you're only taking home like 50 here in the States, probably. Yeah. And then you have other expenses as well. It's not like you're just going to go through the year without eating anything. Yeah. So,
that's true. Obviously.
Can you put down like $5,000 a year to save in Bitcoin? It's going to take you a while to get there.
Yeah. Great comments also here in the comment section. Cost of living between states is staggering, like between different ones. Yeah. My favorite one comes with a show and tell, but this, bro, I just need that 1 Bitcoin block found with my BitAxe and I'm good. That's the plan, man.
That's what you want to bet on.
There you go. Drop a couple $100 on a BitAxe, and then that's your forever lottery ticket. And and one day there's your 30 years of retirement.
Exactly. Just enjoy that with that random Victoria's Secret model who just loves you for your personality.
Yes, 100%. Now, Gary, I mean, we've been on it the whole episode about, best practices and everything. But like, again, this is first and foremost an educational show for people to be able to level up and actually use the tools to make sure that, it's great. Yeah, this whole show so far has been price related. And we don't do that very often. But like, price doesn't mean shit if you don't own your Bitcoin, because it can be rug pulled. So like, I think I think we need to push people to some of these resources here, and I'm gonna put a little QR down below. But you know, we've been working hard behind the scenes creating this zero to hero Bitcoiner in one page. It's on my website. This is all free resources that you can use to just learn the tools. And so I've kind of gone through, I've handpicked like a single video for each general topic, like a mobile hot wallet, hardware, you know, buying Bitcoin, privacy, mining, node, running your own node. You know, if you want to get advanced, running a lightning node, doing multi-sig, you know, inheritance, you know, all these different things, they're all on this one page. And so there's one video for each thing. If you go to this page and you just learn those things, you will be so far ahead of your average Bitcoiner. It is staggering. And even beyond that, if you look through here and you're like, hey, like, you know, that's not my favorite wallet, or that's not my favorite hardware or miner or whatever, that's fine, because you can just go to the bottom and there's full playlists on every subcategory. So you can click through and see a variety of options for all of these different things so that you can, again, begin to level up. So like there's so much there. And beyond that, of course, we've got a shout out to, you know, myself, Gary, Nathan, and the whole team over at Bitcoin Mentor, because if all the free stuff is not cutting the mustard and you're like, this is hard, you know, following the video is great, but I'm not quite making it, then again, go check us all out over at Bitcoin Mentor. This is kind of meant for like that premium, you know, I need hand holding. I need somebody with me every step of the way. I want to speed run my education so that I can just get to where I need to be, feel good, and I'm set. And that's kind of what Bitcoin Mentor is for. It's kind of that premium speed run, hand hold, make sure everything is to a T without having to search too much. So yeah, I mean, Gary, you've been working with a variety of people. You've had some experience with some of the clients and everything. You know, what's been your experience? Where are people generally at? What are their biggest questions?
So a lot of the ones I've been working with are sort of just beginners, people just trying to dip their toe in. A lot of the ages are in their 50s, 60s, maybe even in their early 70s. They've gone through life, they've stacked their fiat, and they're looking to save for their kids, you know, to have an inheritance for their kids, and they're just trying to learn the tech and figure it out. And for me, on my end, I'm always happy to be patient. You know, we do these 1 hour sessions, but if it takes longer than that, I'm not going to hang up on you at the end of an hour. Like, oop, our time's up, like a damn lawyer. I want you leaving feeling like you got something out of it and like you're in a better place. And, you know, we're a relatively new company. We've been around for a little over a year. I think we do a really good job. I think we try to meet people where they are, you know, not just push what we believe is the right way to learn, but we understand that Bitcoin does not come overnight to people. It's not something that you just learn about and suddenly you're deep in with multi-sig and your own node and a miner. It takes time. So everything is just gradual. If you have some Bitcoin, that's better than not having Bitcoin. If you own some Bitcoin and have it on an exchange, it's not better. That's better than not having it at all. If you can take it and put it on a hot wallet, that's better than an exchange. A cold wallet's better than a hot wallet, so on and so forth. And I just want to be clear, you know, and I know, you know, we kind of share the same idea with this. I don't want people to get the idea that we're watching this show to be like an hour-long commercial for Bitcoin Mentor. I believe in our product, but there are other companies out there that teach Bitcoin. And if you think that they're a better fit for you, by all means, go for it. If you know somebody personally in your life who can teach you this stuff without going to pay for a service like us, great. We're happy for you. We just want you to learn. We want you to be secure in your wealth for a Bitcoin future. That's why we're here. As Ben said, all this information is available for free on his channel. You can just watch it if you want. But if you do want that extra little help from our end, we're more than happy to give it. And we will definitely take our time with you and try to meet you where you are and make sure you're happy by the end of it.
Bitcoin Well is the best place to be buying and selling Bitcoin in Canada and the US. And now with Bitcoin Well Infinite, it's also the best place to be making large buys at their OTC desk of over $50,000. Their white glove service gives you fast transactions, no slippage, and the lowest fees. You can scan the QR code on the screen or simply head to bitcoinwell.com/BTC sessions to sign up today. And you can share your own personalized referral link to earn commissions.